Yes.
Okay, hello everyone. Setting up. Okay. Hey, hello everyone. We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
We are
All
live.
systems go.
All systems go. So we're just going to make sure that everything is correct. And welcome to today's masterclass, the first one for the year, not the last one. I have my teammates, Simba and Mark, with me.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
So today we will start talking about the energetics of 2024. And this is a very, very interesting masterclass because now we will start to share what we do. This is a very personal masterclass for us. We will be sharing our own practices, our own, this is how we will navigate this year. So this is, Mark looks like he's frozen. Oh, no, there he is.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit frozen.
A little bit
With so
frozen.
much energy from the energetics.
All right. Okay, so before we start, I would like us to do a little bit of grounding and just arrive to the room. So you can close down the eyes and just make yourself comfortable. So this is when you make sure that you have everything that you need for this masterclass. Do you have your notebook? Are you thirsty? Do you have anything to drink? Or oof, I wish I would have gone to the bathroom. That's what you do now. So you make sure to get yourself comfortable. If you're already here, then you can just close your eyes and just sink in and just arrive into the room. And really open yourself up to receive. So you will receive a lot of information today. You will receive an energetical transmission. You will receive a practice. You will be receiving tips and tricks. So really open yourself up to receive something for change. At the same time, you can ask yourself, you can ask your higher self to say, I will only receive what is really necessary for me. If there's something in here that I don't resonate, that doesn't feel good, then that will not be implemented in me. Your higher self will know that, it will feel that, and it will take care of that by itself. So just focus on the things that are resonating, that you want to bring with you, and make sure to take notes. So we have deliberately no slides in this masterclass because since it's more of an energetic transmission, we want you to write down the things that stands out for you because then you will remember them better and you can take notes. You can always listen to the replay after. So just allow yourself to receive and have some fun. So you can slowly coming back to the room. And let's go. So 2024, so far 2024 has been coming in hot. We are really feeling the shift from the energy, and things are really, really moving. This is the opportunity to really create change in your life. So when we talk about 2024 and 2025, they kind of come together. I mean, of course, but we're seeing a theme. So the theme for 2024 and the energetics of 2024 is Year of the Truth. So before we dive deeper into Year of the Truth, we will mention that there's many different New Years. There's different energies and different New Years. We have the commercial New Year, which is 2024, that has already started on January 1st. Then we have Year of the Dragon from the Chinese zodiac, which is that New Year's is February 10. So we need to keep these separate. So now we're talking about the energies for the year that is for the more commercial New Year, and we will share later in February about the Year of the Dragon that is a little bit more emotional, that is a little bit more individual, and very, very interesting. So to really take advantage of the possibilities in Year of the Dragon, we need to have these energetics in order. So this is like the build up, January build up for what's coming. So guys, Year of the Truth, what would you say, Mark? What does that mean for you?
Well, I mean, for me, the very first day of the year, I was already kind of like being confronted with some shadows that I had been holding on to for a long time, and really bringing forward this deep people-pleasing nature that has been a part of me that I haven't really put time and effort into working on. And it's kind of come up a few times in this short period of the new year, so much so that I've really had to work deeply on those aspects. And I think that's what the Year of the Truth is about, is it's really bringing forward those shadows and those things that weren't so easy for me to work with now or before. Now they're here. Now they're in front of me. So there's nowhere else to go. Yeah. So the only way forward is through. And I'm happy that I have you and Simba to help and support me as I work through those things.
Yeah, but it's really true. The Year of the Truth is everything will come to the surface. Things are going to come out of the shadows and reveal themselves, and so will you and the things you have around you. So the Year of the Truth is building up for 2025, which is the Year of the Ascension. And when we talk about the Ascension, that's basically what we are doing. We are working with the Ascension process. What the three of us are devoted to is the Ascension process. And the Ascension process is the evolutionary process of growth, of physical growth, emotional growth, and spiritual growth. And that includes the healing process. But the Ascension you can take as far as you want. So if you're listening to this and you say like, but I'm just here to remove my back pain for 2024. Perfect. This is it. It's the same process. It's just about how far do you want to take it. So we don't interfere with people's purposes. We just show them the way to really, really evolve and transcend. And to be able to ascend, you have to have the truth coming to the surface, because the ascension process is nothing about sweeping things under the rug. that they are not compatible. So to be able to ascend, we have to look at ourselves and deal with the truth and the shadow that arises. So that's why being able to navigate these energetics that are coming for 2024, then we need to be very, very grounded rooted into like, where am I going? Who am I? What am I doing? Am I connected? And so what would you say, Simba, about the Year of the Truth?
Clearing, it's a lot about clearing past from previous years, like Mark was already alluding to, shadows. And the way it's coming up is in interactions for me to really see and embrace every interaction, discussion, collision, whatever kind of interactions we have with other people, but even with ourselves, with an open heart, and really look what's there, right? Not getting caught up in this person said this person said that, or what does this actually mean? Not trying to analyze and figure it out, but really open your heart and see what's there and connect. So empathic communion, I would say, to really connect with one another with the heart. So it will be equal amount of shadow work for teachers as for students. So it will be a year of everyone is learning, and I already felt that the year started with that energy that it's an opportunity. You know, you can look at it and like, oh, a lot of work, or you can look at it like, wow, okay, there would be a lot of work to be done, and you might get tired, and you might have a lot of internal conflicts or old pains, wounds coming up, but it's also an opportunity to heal, to clear, to release them. And it's like you have a momentum this year, right? The energy is kind of like, let's go. Like the energy is already starting to push winds into your sails. So it's allowing you to do so at a faster pace than other years.
Yep.
That's what I feel with the 2024, that it
100%.
really started off strong. And it's a momentum to do this kind of work. And it's an auspicious year when it comes to healing trauma, letting go of shadows, and yeah, really prepare for something else, right? Like people say, oh, I want to change, you know, I'm going to start with the new year. Well, this is really a year to get that done, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's really about what you say, that the ones, it's like it's going to be a split. If you do the work, you can elevate and you can start to ascend, and you can really get that extra wind, because also the year of the dragon is coming. It's like everything is like bombastic, everything is big, it's strong, it's like things can really happen. And that's why there will be a lot of energy in motion. There's already, you can feel it all over the world. There's so many things happening. But with this energy, it's like you can hook into something and really like just glide through. But it takes devotion. It takes that you kind of put the blindfolds on, connect to yourself, and kind of aim, where do you want to go? So it takes it's like when the wind is very strong, you need to kind of hold on. But if you do that, a lot of things will happen, a lot of shifts will happen, because you will get so much momentum from the external energies. So if you learn how to sail, you will get very, very far. So this is the year of abundance, it's the year of transformation. It's really a year for growth. And if you have this devotion, and it's almost like I always say that if you can live your life like on the front line of eternity, like when everything is open, and be ready for the unknown, anything can happen. And if your heart is super clear and your mind is super clear, like, where am I going? Then you can go very, very far in this year. But you have to have the devotion, and because if you don't know where you're going, there's who's going to take you? You know, how will the energies know where to take you? If it's like, we need to communicate with the universe, we need to be very, very clear. So that brings us into the next step, which is the trust in yourself. So this is one of the absolute keys to navigate this, because there's so much information, there's so many people talking, There's so many advice, there's so many solutions, and there's so many different ways to do things. And a lot of people don't know what they're doing. They are not coming from a grounded place, and there's so much to choose from. So it's also difficult to choose. So this is about really, really learning to connect to the self. This is absolute key for this year, to know and trust yourself. So if you're going to listen to people from the external, you need to choose people that you trust. So trust is also one of the key things that we're going to fall back to constantly over this year. It's the trust in yourself, because there's so much inside of you that you know, but when you voice it to other people, it feels weird, or it doesn't feel, it feels like, oh no, I can't have these high expectations on myself or on my life. I can't, these dreams are too big. Like, no, this is when everything can come true, but you have to trust it yourself, because if you don't believe it yourself, then it won't happen. So it's really coming into this place inside of yourself where you believe that anything can happen. Anything is possible. And really going into yourself and trust that it can happen, and trust that you will know the answers through your body. So here's where the body connection comes in. And the thing is, if we want to receive something from the universe, our doors for the receptiveness needs to be open. And if we are in our people pleasing, and if we are saying no when we really mean yes, or if we say yes when we really mean no, then these doors are not, they are just flippity flapping. The universe doesn't know what to give you because you are not trusting yourself. So one of the absolute key aspects in the year of the truth and to make things happen is to have your boundaries in order. Really, really, really say yes when you mean yes and no when you mean no. I know, Simba, you have a very good way of explaining this. Please.
Yeah, it really comes down to intention. When you look at intention, and intention is not the same as a goal, right? Because a goal is very specific. It's this outcome, and there's usually an attachment to a goal and steps to get there. An intention is more like a window, right? Like I have a window here, and I open it up, something can come out and something can come in. So your boundaries and your practice will allow this to either be open or to be closed. And how your practice looks like, and what Sarah said, what you allow yourself to believe, will either allow something to leave or something to come in. And this is the very aspect of how your cells works as well, the membranes of your cell. What comes in, what comes out. Your immune system don't let foreign bacteria and viruses and so in. Your skin keeps an internal environment and external environment. So if you really look at nature and you look at your body, this is already a process that is happening. Your cells, for instance, every cell in the body has two basic states. It can be thriving, abundant, full of life and receiving, or it can be in a freeze or a defensive mechanism, right? And the way that you can look at communication when it comes to the body and bringing it into the energetics is really, your body will give you information your whole life. It will tell you information all the time. I like this, I do not like this. If you override that with your mind, which can happen sometimes for different reasons, events, traumas, maybe someone told us not to trust ourselves, to trust them more. Whatever the situation was, that can override us, so we believe that our mind is telling us the truth and the body is not, or that we cannot trust ourselves. Someone else has to tell us how we are feeling. Then we cannot really receive anything because we cannot even trust ourselves. And it becomes very hard to manifest or to make a change if you can't even hear the own language of your own body, and if you cannot trust it, And if you cannot state it, if you need to say something and you cannot say it, it's going to be really hard because the energy inside of you is going to be blocked as well. So there's an internal conflict that doesn't really allow you to move forward. And I think we already touched upon that with the shadows a little bit when we were talking about the beginning of the year, that if you really want to manifest and receive whatever it is that you want to receive or whatever it is that's coming your way, the devotion is really important, that we devote ourselves to a practice, dedicate yourself to a practice. And when you look at practice, anything can be a practice. The way you think, the way you speak, the way you talk about others, the way you go up in the morning, when you go to bed, what do I watch? What do I eat? What do I don't eat? What do I don't watch? What do I avoid? So more you stay within your practice and devote yourself in your practice, moving towards your intention, right? What you want to let in, what you want to let out, there's going to be challenges, right? The universe is going to show you, okay, you want to get here. This is what's holding you back. This trauma, this emotion. I've been doing all this work for so long and I'm still not there. I'm still not rich and I'm still not enlightened. I'm still not all of these. Okay, those are belief systems. Those are stories. Those are emotions that is blocking you, both in your nervous system, but also energetically from going or receiving what you want. So that's what a year of the truth for me is really about, that devotion, that you're devoted to your path in anything that comes up. It's not about pushing through or suppressing emotions, but you really allow all of that energy up and out so you can clear it. So you clear the passage so you can receive something, but you can also let go of something. So it really comes down to what Sarah said as well, stay the course, stay devoted. What comes up is an invitation for growth. It's not always comfortable, not always at the time we want it, doesn't always look pretty, but that is essentially the work and that's the path forward. And if we can embrace that in a year like this, when we have an extra boost into ourselves, into any practice that you do, anything that you choose to believe in, there is an opportunity to go a lot further than other year because there's an energetical momentum allowing you to progress faster and move more forward. So that's what I mean when I say it's an auspicious year. It's really built for personal developmental work if we're able to choose to do so and honor that.
Yeah, it's the year where there's no half-assing. There is only full-assing. There is the devotion. And it's like, you can go so far. If you put in the work, you will be rewarded with extra speed. It's like, when people talk about the quantum, it's like, this is like the ultimate quantum year. It's like the leap of everything. And I really like what you say, Simba, that it's the devotion, and it's like it's the split, right? It's like, where do I want to go? Maybe it's time that I make a decision. But if we make this decision this year and we stick with it, we will be rewarded. So this is extremely fun. It's a very, very fun year. And if you can go into this with, like, it's an adventure, and really trust your body, because the body always knows. It knows when it's a yes and it knows when it's a no. So if you're going to bring one thing with this from this masterclass, is to trust the body and figure out what is a full body yes and what is a full body no. So a full body yes, you will feel in your whole body. If it's not a full body yes, then it's a no. So if you're unsure, then it's a no. So it's really learning to navigate step by step. You don't have to know exactly how this is going to play out, but it's like deciding, where am I going? Showing that devotion, committing to the ascension process, because if we want to change the external world or our circumstances, we need to change ourselves. We can't change the universe. It doesn't work that way. We need to change ourselves. If we are not aligned, if we don't have what we want, we need to change ourselves to align, because the universe is waiting for you to align, and it's waiting for you to reward you, and it wants you to succeed. But if we are holding back, not trusting ourselves, our receiving doors are like drunken saloon doors, then we're not going anywhere. And it starts with my own boundaries and being true to myself, being honest. And that's where the shadows comes up. So to help you a little bit along the way, Simba will now guide you through a yes and no practice to help you a little bit on how to discern this. This practice will also be, so you will have access to the replay, but we will also bring that little piece out so you can have that in your pocket if you are unsure. Then you can always have Simba in your pocket for a yes or no practice. Bonus.
Pocket size friendly.
Yep. Simba, now in pocket size.
Okay, so let's just take a moment. Either you're sitting down or you're lying down, whatever feels good for you. Can close down your eyes if that's something that you feel comfortable in doing. If you keep your eyes open, keep them close to your body. Don't bring them out and start to look at something that might distract you from this practice. And let's start by connecting to your breath, your breathing. Many times when I say this, people say, oh, I have to breathe in a certain way. No, you don't. Just breathe as natural as you can. Don't try to fix anything. Don't try to change it. Let yourself breathe the way that you can breathe right now. Sometimes when we do these exercises, it's the first time a day or in a long time that we have looked inwards. So really honor that. Take a moment, go within. Let the body relax a little bit. When we stop down, it will naturally tense up a little bit. And we might want to do the next thing or think about something else. Just let it pass. Let it pass through the system. And once you're taking a few breaths in this way with eyes closed, you will feel your body, you will feel your emotions. You will not always feel more calm. You might feel more of what's going on, and that's okay. That means you're doing it right. So let's take a moment and look at the yes or no practice. And it's quite simple. You can start with something as simple as coming on this call today or watching this replay. How did it feel when you say yes to that? Did your body feel tense, or did it feel relaxed or excited, or how did your body respond to that? Did your breathing go up, or was it calm? And then from here, let's go into Just feeling a general yes or no in your body. When you say yes, how does that feel in your body? Breathing wise, tension wise. Does your body contract or does it come naturally? Is your body open for this? No judgment, no analysis. First thing that comes up is the true response of your body. And then the mind kicks in and says, no, that's not true. So trust your first instinct. Say yes, you can say it out loud or in your head. Watch how your body responds. And then say no and watch how your body responds. So now we have a baseline. We can ask some common or basic questions. Ask yourself, do I like my job? Yes or no? And see what the body says. A yes usually feels more opening, straightening of the body. We might lean backwards or feel a little bit relieved. And a no usually feels like we're crumbling in, tightening stomach or holding our breath. Do I like my current living situation? Do I feel like I can speak my truth with my friends? Do I really know what I want, what my purpose in life is? Am I being really honest with myself, the way I'm living my life? Do I love myself? Do I love someone else? Am I really ready to receive what's coming my way? If I had all my dreams and desires fulfilled and met today, does my body say yes to that? Or is there a resistance towards receiving this? Do I believe that I can make a change? And then from here, I'd like you, as a last thing, just to go into the last interaction you had with anyone, your boss, your wife, husband, family member, preferably a situation when you felt maybe you didn't say or it didn't end the way you wanted to. Did your body tell you to do something that you didn't? Did you start to feel an emotion that you choose to override? It's not about exploding on someone or being reactive. But were you really truthful? Could you stand your ground grounded, with a resolve, with compassion, but still hold your point of view? Were you able to be true to yourself? Or did you compromise to avoid a conflict? And from here on out, let's pay attention to everything you say yes and no to, even to yourself. Whenever you hear yes or no come out of your mouth or within yourself, should I wear these pants? Should I wear this shirt? Whatever decision you're making, feel it in your body. Is your body expansive, open, relaxed, or is it contracted, numb, or closed off? And the more you do this practice, the more you will get in tune with yourself. And you will know what feels like a yes and what feels like a no. And then when you start to feel ready from here, you can gently, ever so slowly open up your eyes that were closed. And just make a promise to yourself that you will listen to your body, especially this year when we have an extra momentum. Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How was that, Mark?
Thank you, Simba. That was really good. You know, I was really feeling into that full body yes or no, and Simba was asking about like this previous experience or whatever, and what kind of popped up in my mind immediately was like my marriages, which is a really heavy topic for me. So,
Oh my God, I was about to just.
and yeah, I would say that there were many times in which I was overriding my internal yeses and nos, and I would go along with you know, the situation despite a very strong feeling that I had of yes or no. And what a powerful sensation it is now to feel that difference in my body, and also be able to follow up with the trust in myself to then take the action. Because it's one thing to feel the yes and the no, but then to then go and do it. No, I'm not going to have that anymore in my life. I'm done. Thank you. Sorry. That's where the rubber meets the road for me, and that's where I'm moving towards, is listening and acting.
Yeah. And that's what the people pleasing is about, you know. The people pleasing has multiple steps. It's about saying, like, speaking your truth and saying yes or no in the first place, but then the second thing is to deal with that consequence, and that consequence is what we are so afraid of. But this is the year where we need to stand up.
Yeah.
We need to decide, what do I want? Because in this year, you can have it all. The times that are coming, you can have it all. The process of ascension is not only to heal and, you know, release the traumas or release the things that we don't want anymore. It's about leveling up and living a complete life. It's about abundance everywhere. It's about having wealth everywhere. And that's also when we are able to unfold and say, there's so much available for me. But if we don't believe that anything is available, we won't have anything. What you believe is what you get. When we talk about manifesting, you are already manifesting. Everything you have in your life right now, all the good stuff and all the bad stuff, you have already manifested, because your external world is a direct reflection of your internal world, of your self-worth, your belief systems, your programmings, your traumas, what's holding you back? What do you think about yourself? What do you think about the world? How does it work? Devoting yourself to the ascension process is trusting and choosing that there are no limits. And there is no limits. They are only in ourselves. And once you start to realize that, then things start to change. And this is the time, because the times are changing, the energies are changing, and this is where we can choose to have it all. It's okay to have it all. It might take time, depending on, we are all different, but it is possible. But if you don't choose that for yourself, you're not going to go anywhere. So this is really, so now we will walk into the 5 different aspects of what we're talking about here. The 5 things that we really want to, pencil down, and that's like the roadmap. The first step is to be very, very clear with, what do I want? Where am I going? What do I want? Because if we're not clear, if we don't have, if you don't put in where you're going in Google Maps, then where are you going to go if you don't know the direction? You have to type it in somewhere. And really choosing. And this is about coming back to the truth of yourself. You don't have to choose something for yourself that you feel is overwhelming. You can choose whatever you want. This is your life. This is your book. This is your future you're writing. I'm just saying that don't hold back. I'm not going to hold back. I'm definitely not going to hold back. All of these years of this process that I've been doing, I've held like 5% of skepticism in my back pocket to bring out, I knew it wouldn't work. But those 5% has been completely erased. I've had experiences that has now proven that anything is possible. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And the recipe is starting to become very, very clear. If you're going somewhere, you need to know where that is. It doesn't have to be a certain location or exact date, but it needs to be rooted somewhere. There needs to be some sort of vision. And the more clear you can make that, the better. And the point is to keep that in your mind's eye all the time, because there's going to be so much information. There's going to be so much drama and turbulence and things here and there. And you need to know, this is where I'm going. So we come back to the devotion and the devotion to the self, and really choosing that path with the yes or the no. Is this going to lead me to where I'm going? Yes or no? Ask the body. Is this where we want to go? Because the location or the end goal of where you're going is going to be deeply rooted in your soul, because the body knows where it wants to go. Like for me, I just want to have peace, and I want to contribute to other people, and I want to grow. I want to have it all. I'm going to do it all. It's going to be amazing. But I didn't dare to dream like that for myself. And then holding that vision, because things are going to go up and down. So the real work is not to create where I'm going. The real work is to hold on to that, to be the captain of your own ship, to be sailing on the ocean of life when it's not only sunshine and rainbows. Because the storm will come. You might doubt yourself, but then you have to think back. Where am I going? So you got to hold the vision. You got to stand there on your boat, sail, and keep the course no matter what. Because this is where I'm going. I have decided this right now. I'm worth it. It's my time. It's my time to have this thing that I really want for myself, and trusting that it's available. I don't know how. I have no clue, but I'm going to stand there and hold the steering wheel of the boat, even though it's stormy, even though it's, oh, this shit is not going to work. Don't drop the ball. That's the number one. Number two, if I'm going to go there, if I'm going to sail that ship, if it's all about changing myself, if I can't change the circumstances, who do I have to become? This is my absolute favorite one. Who do I have to become to get what I want? How do I need to change myself? What do I need to level up? What do I need to upgrade? It's not that there's something wrong with you, but if we're constantly manifesting, and your bare existence is already manifesting your current life, and you want something else for yourself, then we have to look at ourselves and be truthful. So year of the truth, look at the things. How can I ascend to a new frequency and allow myself to receive more from the universe, from my circumstances? Then we go back to the yes and no practice. Being true to the self, the body always knows. Yes or no. Tune in, be with yourself, be truthful to yourself, and work on that people pleasing. Number three, nervous system. Nervous system is the absolute key to hold more. That is the practical solution. So if you think that I've been talking about just very high level energetics, that is not like, okay, what do I actually do? If you want to hold more, if you want to have more, if you want to be more, if you want to feel more, you got to be able to hold more. What part of our body is that functionality? What carries that in our bodies? It's the nervous system. Everything that we have experienced, everything we do, everything how we navigate our lives comes from the nervous system. It comes from the experiences that we have had previously. This doesn't feel safe. I can't move this fast. Oh, am I really going to do this? Can I really have that? All of this is in the nervous system. And what do we do about that? We regulate the nervous system and we clear the nervous system. That is actual work. That is the devotion to the self. That is the ascension process. That's a huge part of the ascension process. If you want more money, if you want health, if you want better relationships, if you want a new job, if you want a promotion, everything, single aspect of this is connected to the nervous system. If you are unable to level up the nervous system, you won't be able to hold more. You won't be able to carry more. So that is the absolute first key. And that is why everything that we do is based on regulating the nervous system. So if you want to remember one thing, and then it's if you want to do two things, the second thing is to start to really heal the nervous system, because then your whole life will change. 4, trust. Building the trust to the self, building the trust that this can work. When everything else fails, you gotta turn to the trust. If we don't have the trust, what do we have? And this is a choice. This is not something we just fall back and, oh, that was the trust. It's a choice. I have to choose this for myself. It's an active thing. It's a very, very active thing. And the fifth one is gratitude. So the attitude is gratitude. So the mindset that you will have navigating this, standing there in front of the ship, it's stormy, it's like, oof, I can't see the shore. Is this really where we're going? This fucking sucks. Remember the gratitude. Gratitude for yourself. Just repeat things that you are grateful for. You can use it as a mantra. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for myself. I'm grateful for this, or that. The gratitude is what's gonna keep you in the right frequency, because the universe is all about frequency. The gratitude is the attitude. What do you want to say, guys?
I think that that last part about gratitude, it's easy to kind of to brush that off as not being a powerful thing, but in my life, it's been one of the most powerful things. And I've kind of had this daily gratitude practice now for a couple of years. And what amazes me is that every single day, there's plenty to be grateful for. So if you're struggling to think about like, what am I grateful for in my life, then maybe you got to look a little deeper, or open your eyes and look around you, because there's an enormous amount of like you said, manifestation that has already happened in your life. And be grateful that you're here. Be grateful that you're on this earth at this moment, so you can experience this opening and this opportunity.
It's a very, it's one of the most powerful frequencies that you can align yourself with. And it's what's going to bring you forward every time you feel like you're lost. If you go back to gratitude, no matter what happened, then you will always stay on track. That is like your safety card. It's like, it's always going to work. It doesn't matter what you did, how much you lost it. If you, if you went, it's like, oh, I'm going to go with this other boat and end up somewhere completely different, then realize like, this is not where I want to be. I made a mistake. If you go to gratitude instead of any other sensation, then you will still be on course, because we do make mistakes. We can't be perfect at all times. That's not what life is about. But if we can see what is approached to us, if I look at everything that is available for me, good and bad, sweet spots and challenging things, it's all gratitude, because it's all part of the ascension process of the truth coming out, showing me what I need to learn, showing me where I need to grow, showing me who do I have to become. It will be presented to us through our circumstances. And the quicker we stand firm in our yes and no practice, the more challenging things will stop to arise. Because when we are truthful to ourselves in the yes or no practice, we're showing every cell of our body that you can trust me. I can trust myself. I don't need to learn all of these lessons. And then you raise the bar for yourself, and then you start to become available to something else. What am I available for? That's part of the people pleasing. I'm not available for this anymore. And then that's going to stop. It's like you have this salesman on your door. If you continuously say that I'm not available for this, then he's going to stop showing up. He's going to go somewhere else.
Yep.
But if you start to like, oh, I don't know, maybe, oh God, I don't want to disappoint him, and oh, I'm not going to buy anything, but maybe I can invite him in for coffee. You're not firm with your boundaries. And when you're not firm with your boundaries, all kinds of stuff is going to come knocking on your door. And we don't want that. We want to have a list of things that we are available for, and they will start come knocking on our door. That's how it works. I was told this very, very early from a business perspective. Like, if you want to become very successful, start being firm with your boundaries. I was like, ooh, that's really difficult. And it took time for me to work that through. But it's the one thing that's keeping repeating itself. Super.
Yeah, I mean, there's many things with that. Definitely. I say, the trust is very big. I mean, all of these points are amazing. And I've been watching a lot of calls like this myself. When you get a transmission, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go, and you feel fired up. And sometimes it goes down, we go into old habits. I think the main way of really doing it is not just to come at it from the intellectual perspective, it's actually through the body. So when it comes to gratitude, if you're in a depressive state or if you're in a dark state, you just go back to the body and ask the body, what are you grateful for today? Maybe it's just grateful that you gave it a few minutes. Maybe you listen. Maybe you had 2-3 minutes over in your day and you say, what do I really need? And a picture of a hot cup of tea comes up, or cacao or whatever. And you have a sip and you go, wow, that feels really good. So now I'm nurturing this connection within myself, right? And then the body will trust, I asked for something and I will receive it. So the trust will happen on a body-based level. You will regulate the nervous system because the body will know, okay, this one is listening now. We have a communication going on, right? So if you really go into that attitude every day, like, what am I really grateful for? It's not about bypassing or fake positivity. It's really about what am I actually grateful for? And there is so many things to be grateful for that we might forget many times, right? Like, gratitude is a weird thing. Sometimes we don't see it until it's gone, right? So what can I be really grateful for today from a body-based perspective? I can breathe, I can sit here. Maybe I'm stressed, maybe I'm not feeling good, but I'm able to be here, Maybe I have food on my table, I can drink. But let the body show you what you're really feeling gratitude towards.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this practice for quite some time because it's part of the energetics. But before I go to bed, you just place the hand on the heart and really go, okay, heart, what am I grateful for? And it might pop up a person or a memory. It can be I shed a tear, but it really just shows me there is a gratitude for something, and you fortify that connection. It's like a plant. You water it with your practice every day. Every day you water it, you trim it a little bit, you listen, oh, too much water, too little water. When you start to do the same with yourself, with all the other aspects we talked about today, you're building something new. You're growing a plant. You're nurturing a plant that will be, this big, big tree that can do whatever it wants because the roots are deep. So when the storm comes, it will not knock over. It can spread wide and cast a shadow or whatever you want to do in a positive sense, right? That's cool for people and that you can reach out. But you need to have the grounding. You need to be stable and firm. And that's where the lifestyle practices and regulating the nervous system comes in. And when you can do that in a way with gratitude, with trust, and still have the mental aspects of the vision, you're programming your nervous system, your subconscious mind, then there are no doubts. It just disappears. Whatever you believed before will not be there anymore because you're literally bringing something new in. And after a while, you might not even remember the doubts and challenges you had in the past because it's gone. You worked through it. You saturated your body with something new, and the old is gone.
Yeah.
And when you get to that point, well, that's when you say, oh my God, I don't know how this person is so successful. They just do everything. A lot of work, a lot of work and a lot of internal work. And that's how you get to this point.
Yeah, and the interesting thing with gratitude is that it overrides everything. It's the one thing that, if you're playing different card games, you have this one card that just trumps everything. And because the gratitude, you can be grateful for the tough times. You can be grateful for the challenges, because the challenges is what's going to make you grow. It's the mirror that shows you what you need to work on and where the gateway to the treasure is. This is the gateway to my ascension. It comes from the triggers. So if you feel lost, if you feel like it's tough, then you can always bring out the gratitude, because then that will cover everything. And that's why it's the most powerful frequency, because it doesn't matter what life brings you. If you're strong in the gratitude, that the challenges has nothing on you. If you know what's really going on, then nothing can ever get to you. And that's what's going to keep you on course, and that's what's going to get you what you want. So, ascension process, what is that? So how do we work with the ascension process? Well, it's the thing that I have absolutely devoted my life to. I left my life, I walked out. It was a full body yes. I had no idea where I was going. I closed the door and I didn't come back. Well, I came back to clear everything out and sell everything I own a year later, but basically I just walked out because I had to do something else. I had to choose something different for myself. So what I didn't know was that the ascension process was actually calling me. So it is my true devotion in this life. And it's what I've decided to dedicate all my waking time from. So my purpose in life is to truly, fully ascend, and to have that much of an overflow that I can give to everyone else, so that I can support, navigate, energize, just pull people with me, show them the way, just give. That's what I want. That's what I do. And the ascension process is something that has come to us, that we have been exploring for ourselves. I mean, we've had tons of coaches, tons of teachers, but we have figured out a process that really, really works, not only for ourselves. They are deeply rooted in the philosophies of all our teachers. It's like we have this landscape that finally came together, and we've been optimizing this process for a long time. So it's a 5-step process that is based in nervous system regulation. Everything that we do is based on that. That's like, we don't navigate without the nervous system. If we lost the nervous system, we're not doing it. And the second one is that we activate all the body self-healing mechanisms. So we activate a physical detoxification to really heal the body, to heal the system, to heal the organs, to bring up the vitality in the body, because without the vitality, it's very difficult to have energy and to ascend, because that's like our fuel. And all the emotions are connected to different organs and glands. So everything is connected. I mean, we work fully holistic. And the physical detox enhances or activates an emotional detox. So what we want is for the body to let go of anything that is holding us back. Ascending is like leveling up. It's like the enlightenment. We need to let go of the things that are holding us back, that is keeping us in patterns, belief systems, and all of these things. And those are emotional, physical, emotional, and spiritual. So we activate all the body's self-healing mechanisms so that we can start to release things physically, we release things emotionally, and we release things spiritually. And when we talk spiritually, it's the belief systems, it can be karmic, it can be akashic, it can be generational. It's all of the things that are a little bit like fluffy, things that you cannot see, but they are there and forming your life very, very deeply. And all of these things are connected. So when you start to activate all the self-healing mechanisms in the body, then all of these things will come to the surface. And as we say, the people who are investing in their ascension process right now will have a momentum, because things might go quicker.
Yeah.
And then the fifth thing in the process is the guidance and the space holding. So what we do, what we have devoted our lives to, is to hold space for people who are going through this process, to navigate, to be the torch in the tunnel, to be the light on your path, to be your friend, to be your teacher, to be your guide, to be your support, and to be there with unwavering support and unconditional love. Because if we don't have that, the body won't feel safe enough to heal. So it needs to be held and it needs to be supported. I get emotional now because I talk about it.
That's
Because it's
beautiful.
so, yeah, because it's so beautiful. And that's why we choose to live. That's why we choose to live together, to live on site, you know, to really be here with the people who are going through, you know, the things that they need to face. So we have two options of working with us. One thing is if you come to the retreat, it's a 21-day program that is like, it's the boiled down essence of all the things that we've been through ourselves and what we have learned, and we have put it together, our signature process, and we're putting people through, and it's just the most amazing thing to be part of, to watch people transform in such a short period of time. So people come here to work through specific things, or if they need hands-on support. So it's shorter, but deeper. That's one thing. And the other thing, other opportunity to work with us is online. And then we have a 6-month container where we have exactly the same process, but it's longer, and we work with you in your life circumstances. So you will upgrade yourself in the lifestyle that you have, in the circumstances that you have, and learn to navigate the yes or no, learn to navigate the people pleasing. How does my vision incorporate in my actual life? How do I ascend without changing my circumstances, without leaving everything and coming to the farm? Like, how do I do that? So we offer the nervous system regulation, all the somatics, because we have to change the chemistry in the body, and the shadow work. So it's the combination of nervous system regulation, changing the chemistry in the body to really, really access everything that is in your system. And the shadow work. What comes up? What is it that you don't want to see? What is it that you don't want to look at? So that's the two different options. And the online option has 3 levels. So it's the group with all the somatics and all the nervous system support, and you have access to us in group support. The next level is that you add, so that's the anchor. The attune level is that you add on somatic work with Mark and Simba in form of private sessions. So you start to navigate and work through anything that is coming up in your life that is coming to the surface due to the process. It's a fantastic level. And then if you really want to make moves, if you really want to look at the shadows, if you want to go fast and deep at the same time, you do the ascension level. And then you add me, and then I'm in your pocket for 6 months. You have access, you have full access to me. You have sessions, multiple sessions every month on top of everything that you already have in the anchor and in the attune. So this is for the really dedicated ones, the ones that feel like I am doing this. Because with me, you make the moves. You move, and then the nervous system will react. Your shadows will come out. And then together with these two guys and with me, you work through it as you go along. So it's this is for the people who say, I don't have time to work through everything and then make the moves. I need to do this now. I feel like the clock is ticking. I'm ready. I want to change. I want to move right now. So then we move and we work through at the same time. And it's a fantastic process. And until end of January, we have a massive discount on the two, both the retreat and the mentorship programs. There's a $2,500 discount. I think the mentorship has a $3,000 discount if you sign up before end of January. So you don't have to arrive right now. You can sign up and then arrive at any time during the year. And also same with the mentorship, you can sign up and then start later. We do have a cohort starting in February, first week of February for the mentorship program, if that is something that you wanna, if you wanna jump on the train right now. All right, that's it. So before we say goodbye, I really want you to take a moment and ground again. And close your eyes. It's a lot of information. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of possibilities. Maybe there's a lot that has been stirred. Maybe there's all of these ideas or emotions or belief system flying everywhere. Is that really possible? Can this really happen? Or, oh my God, I want to get going right now. Just take a moment and allow everything to land a little bit. Everything's going to be okay. It's all about coming back to the body. The body knows what the next step is. So take a deep breath. Breathe in all the way down to your toes and just install this new information. And you can allow the mind to let it go because the body knows. The body has already gotten this transmission. The nervous system has gotten this transition. And go to the trust. Trust that you have everything that you need to move forward from this. I will receive the replay in my inbox. If I don't, I just reach out and they will send it to me. I can always go back and watch this again if there's a part that I don't remember or that I want to listen to again. And the next step, the body knows. If there's something that you feel aligned with what you've heard today, then trust that the body will guide you forward. Make the first step. What do I want? And you can picture yourself right now. It's like you bring up your notebook, like your imaginary notebook. And you can write down, what is it that you want? And you have this bottle, you know, the bottle in the ocean. I don't remember what it's called. So you put your little note in that bottle and you just throw it out to sea, to the universe. This is what I want. And you will receive information back. But you got to stay focused. You got to stay devoted and you have to listen. And the answer will come through the body and through different, the universe will start sending you messages. It will start pull you in different directions. You will know. And just trust the body. Full body, yes. Full body, no. That's really all we need to know. If it's not a yes, then it's a no. And really start following this voice inside, this truth, your truth. The truth is in your heart. And it's time for it to come out, to be alive, to be fulfilled, to be explored. What if I can have all of this? What if anything can happen? What if I can choose a different direction in my life? Or maybe I just redefine my direction, whatever. Everything will take the time that it takes, but with your devotion and your commitment to this ascension process, things will shift. Things will shift, and there's no time like the present, because we're walking into very, very specific energies. So what do you want? Send it out to the universe. Trust the body. Trust that you will receive the information that you need. And trust that the body will show you the way. You can look out to that ocean. You see the bottle. It's already way out in the ocean. And when you feel ready, you place your hand on your heart. You send out the gratitude. Connect to that gratitude. Anything that you feel grateful for. Anything. Gratitude is the attitude. You have your roadmap. You know what to do. Trust that. Trust yourself. This is the time to trust yourself. When you feel like you're connected to the gratitude, you can let go. You grab your things, you look at the ocean one more time, and you get up and you turn around. And then you look towards the forest and there's a path. It's opening up through the forest, through the trees. That's your path. There's a light at the end of the forest. Maybe there's a small animal there showing you the way. Come on, come on. This is the way. Let's go. You grab your stuff and you start walking. You put one foot in front of the other and you're on your way. All you need to know is to follow the breadcrumbs. The next step will be available. That's the only thing you need to know. And the body will know what that step is all the way. Full body yes, full body no. That's all you need to know on your path. And when you feel ready, you can start coming back to the room. Realize that that path is within you, it's in your heart. The body is connected, the transmission has been done. It's all installed. And here we go. Thank you, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure. If you have any questions, reach out to me. If you have comments, you can send them to me. You can post on the in the comment section. If you're watching the replay, you can just write us with anything. We're super open to receive any kind of feedback from you guys. If you want to have a consultation, if you want to talk to me about how do I do this, I'm always available. It's it's a fantastic journey, and it's been an absolute pleasure to share this hour and a half, hour 20 minutes with you. Sending you lots and lots of love, and see you soon.
Later.
Thank you.
Thank you.